So I'm starting out with a piece of maple burl here. I have it in between centers, and it's about 5 or 6 inches long and about 3.5, 4 inches in diameter. So I'm just getting it trued up with a spindle gouge, and the lathe's running, I guess, about 800 or so. So after I got trued up, put a tenon down on one end of it. Robin found an angel on Pinterest that she just loved. It's a turned angel. I'm not sure who did it originally, but it is just really, really cool. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and start shaping the dress here, and then we'll get it hollowed out here in a second. So I bumped the lathe speed up to about 1800, and I'm using the same spindle gouge to get it shaped. So I'm going to hollow it out, and I'm not hollowing the whole thing out. I actually need a recess up in there to hold onto it and flip it around. So the first part of it, I'm going to do some piercing on the bottom of the dress. So I'm just going to come down the wall there and make it nice and even, and that is where I'm going to do the piercing. But I need another recess in there to hold onto it with the chuck when I flip it around. So we'll just come in and make a recess, and that way I can use the pin jaws and expand them to hang on to it. And when we're all done, there's going to be a little candle that goes inside of it too. So need to make sure that it's deep enough for the little candle we have, so to go up in there. So I have a recess, the wall thickness is even, and then we'll get the jaws changed and flip it around. Help support the companies that support our community. Now I'm going to start shaping the head. So on this angel, it's just the body and the head. There's nothing else to it. It's just kind of straightforward. So I have the body all done, and we'll start bringing the head down here. Then I'll cut the rest of that material off. And looking at it again, I guess it was a little bigger piece than 4 inches. So it was probably six or so when I first got it on the lathe, because I do cut a couple inches off here. So, and again, I'm just using the spindle gouge. It's running about 2000. And so I switch back and forth between the larger spindle gouge and the smaller one and the detailer. Just use a couple different tools to shape it here. Then I ran through all the grits all the way up to 600. And then we can go ahead and put some lines in it where we're going to put the detail and start piercing it. So I need to measure real quick how far that goes up in there, that first little recess I made. I can't go any higher than that for the piercing. And then I'll just come up from the bottom just a little bit And then I use the fine detailer to just put a couple of grooves in there to define it. And then we'll get this remounted onto the carving stand. I've been asked a couple times about the carving stand. I will have a link down below in the description. It's from Trent Bosch. And so whenever I do stuff like this, I use this little stand that goes right into your banjo, and you can move it wherever you want. So I just kind of freehand this, traced out where I was going to cut away, what I was going to leave, and just kind of made some random voids that are going to be cut out with a little rotary tool. And with this, you just need to leave enough material where it's stable, but take out some of it. So, and the little bit I have is probably a little big for this. So I might look into getting a little smaller one to do some finer stuff. But it's just a straight spiral bit. So you just kind of come in at an angle and to pop through. So if you are doing this though, make sure you can do this by hand too. You don't have to keep it on the chuck, but those pin jaws are inside of there. So I made that little recess on the inside pretty small so that when I do pop through, I don't hit the jaws. I have a little bit of space in there. So that's something to think about if you're going to hold on to it this way. Don't have those jaws come out too far to where you can't get in there and carve away. After I get it all done, I'll put it back on the lathe and go ahead and resand everything. So I just started with the coarser grits down towards the bottom and worked my way all the way back up to 600. So we're going to trace a heart around here for the wings. And again, this is a piece of maple burl, and it is 4x4. So I just kind of, from the picture I saw, the top of the heart comes up a little bit. So I kind of just measured the body and went off of that. So just trace it out, and we'll get it cut up on the bandsaw. And this is pretty straightforward. I know the blade's way too big, but I don't want to change the blade. Just make it work. And because it is so big too, you can kind of go back and forth with it too. Like, just kind of clean up the edges if you want, like that. And it still does a pretty good job. It's not, this isn't really tight corners or anything. There we go. Then I just ran through all the grits on this, smoothed everything over, got all the little blade lines out, and sanded the face, both faces with this too. I did this with a smaller pad and then switched to a bigger pad and sanded up both sides of it and rounded over the corners. Now it's time to install the wings. So just put a mark there, drill bit. I'm going to use a little piece of a skewer and drill it in. Then we'll get it lined up on the back, figure out exactly where it's at, and then drill into that. Then just a little bit of wood glue on this. So I put a little bit on the skewer and put that in. I let that set up for half an hour or so. And then I came back and put the wings on. So I just wanted it all to set up just a bit. And then on this, put that on there. And to keep it from tipping forward, I put a little piece of tape on the bottom of it there to hold the tip down and let that set up. So for the halo, I went online, found a bunch of rings. I think we got 16 rings, I think, or for like $16, and it gave you a bunch of different sizes, so I can use them for other projects too. I just picked the one that was best sized for this. After that dried, sanded off the skewer, and we will get some oil put on this. And this is walnut oil. I need to get a sticker for this bottle. I just switched the bottle I was using because this one seems to stay a little cleaner. So I'll have a link. This is Doctor's walnut oil. I'll have a link down below in the description for it too. But it brings out the beauty in the wood. I love it. Maybe I'll ask Mike if I can steal a sticker next time I'm over there. There we go. The oil is all dry, and then the little candle just goes right up inside of it. Yeah, just make sure you have a candle and you go up deep enough so that when you set it down, it comes out, doesn't hit the top of it. But fun little project. Yeah, Robin found this picture on Pinterest. I'm not sure who did it, but I thought it was really cool, especially carving out with the little rotary tool. So the light would come out around the bottom of it. Yeah, that bit I have is, I'm not sure what size it is, but this was about as small as I could go with it. I think I'm going to get a smaller one so I could do some more detailed stuff if I want to down the road. But fun little project. It's all maple burl. The rings, so we found a package of them. I don't know. I think there were, I can't even remember, 6 of each size. And so I think it goes from size 6 to 11. On this one, I used the 11. But the thickness of the rings, there's 6 of each one, and the thickness of them varies on those too. And I think it was $15-16 for all of them. So for projects like this, if you want to do like a small ornament one, there's smaller ones. You could, use them up somehow. All right. Hope you enjoyed the project. Everybody take care and have a great weekend, and we will see you next time.